Tengok bawah dia guys. Tengok wap dia nih. Woi, oh my god. Ini betul-betul luar biasa guys. Assalamualaikum, hello, hi, apa kabar good people? Selamat datang, selamat bergabung kembali bersama BDT Channel. Terima kasih kalian yang sudah klik, sudah nonton. Semoga kalian semua sentiasa berada dalam keadaan sehat, sentiasa dimurahkan rezeki, dipermudahkan juga segala urusan dunia dan akhirat. Dan kalau kalian sedang diuji dengan sakit atau ada orang yang sedang diuji dengan sakit di sekeliling kalian, moga diberikan kesembuhan, kesehatan segera, dan diberikan ketenangan hati serta perasaan, dan juga diberikan rezeki yang melimpah ruah. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Saya BDT berasal daripada Borneo, Sabah. Good people akan menemani kalian dalam episode reactions kali ini. Dan video yang saya akan react hari ini adalah daripada channel The Lost Boys guys. Dan judul video mereka adalah Life as a Silver Miner Inside a Volcano, Kawah Ijen, Jawa, Indonesia guys. Nah, seperti apa nih Kawah Ijen nih guys? Tanpa berbasa-basi lagi, mari kita nonton isi kandungan daripada video ini. 1, 2. Kawah Ijen guys.
Kawah Ijen, located in Java, Indonesia, the most populated island on Earth. This natural wonder is truly out of this world and a spectacle that all should experience. For that reason, it draws hundreds of visitors every day, all seeking their opportunity to witness it firsthand.
Panas kan ini kan?
But there's another side to Ijen, a group of incredible men who work in the sulfur mine here.
Ada orang yang bekerja di
what some may consider one of the toughest jobs in the world.
Sulfur.
All in an effort to provide for themselves and their families.
Mengumpul sulfur guys.
We'll share their stories and our experience here.
Gila, ini lumayan keren nih video ini. Guys, link asli akan saya letak di description the box di bawah. Nanti kalian boleh simak guys kalau kalian mau nonton secara detail atau penuh gitulah. Nah, ini Kawah Ijen ada di Jawa guys. Jadi video-video yang hari ini nih guys sebenarnya adalah video saranan daripada kawan subscriber kita guys.
I know you just saw a video from us a few days ago, but it's actually been a few weeks since we recorded our last vlog. So what's been going on? So the last time you saw us, we were all the way out in Flores at the Kelimutu Crater Lakes. But since then, we drove all the way back to Bali. We spent a few weeks there relaxing and taking some time off, but now we're back on the road. So yesterday, we drove across western Bali and got on the ferry all the way here to East Java and Banyuwangi. And tomorrow, we're going to be going and exploring Kawah Ijen, the Blue Fire, and Crazy Lake up there. But if you are going to visit Kawah Ijen, whether you're coming from Bali or Java, you have to come here and stay at Banana Homestay in Banyuwangi. It's one of our favorite homestays. We've stayed here before. Frida runs it. She's amazing. She's so great.
Ini di Banyuwangi guys, di Jawa Tengah.
Now though, Shane and I are going to grab some food, and then we're actually going to drive up to where Ijen is, which is about an hour from here.
Ijen.
And we're going to figure out a place to stay for the night before we wake up for sunrise. So let's go. Pagi, what's going on guys? So it's around 3 a.m., 3:30 in the morning right now, and we're getting ready to go hike up to Ijen, but I'm going to show you where we stayed the night last night.
Jam 3 subuh guys.
Pagi.
It's a little room back here. And we're actually in the back of a warung. So a warung, for those who aren't from Indonesia, is like a small mini mart or a restaurant. And there's a bunch that are right outside the entrance to Ijen. So you can kind of see here, they got this stuff cooking. They got a cooking area back here. And then there's the room. So we spent the night here last night because we want to be right at the foot of the mountain when we wake up.
Oh, ini di kaki Gunung Ijen nih guys.
With no bike ride or anything, and it cost us around 150,000 rupiah to stay behind this warung here in this room. So split between both of us, not a bad price at all. But now we're gonna go hike and get after it. All right, guys. Shane's the light guy. We're about halfway up the hike right now.
Sudah setengah jalan guys ya. Dorang mau tengok sunrise bani.
I'm gonna spoil it for you guys last year. So it took us about an hour last time. So we're hoping it takes us about the same amount of time. We're making our moves up. We're thinking we're almost about halfway there. So we're gonna keep on trekking.
Okay.
We're almost there, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. Pulling up now.
Tengok bawah dia guys. Tengok wap dia nih. Oh my god. Ini betul-betul luar biasa guys.
Up the rim, you can see behind me there's so many people. and we're gonna climb all the way up this rim and up to the other side where there's less people. You can also see one of the miners here. The reason we're walking up this way is because there's not many people over there. It's also on the other side from the smoke, from the sulfur, and it's a little bit better views. And that's for the miner we just walked past. We're gonna dive a little bit deeper into that later, so stay tuned for that.
Okay.
Getting those egg smelly vibes from the
bau
sulfur.
sulfur kan yang bau telur rebus.
Stanky.
Nah, dorang mau pergi ke
Walking through these
sebelah yang kurang orang.
brush. Ooh, a little bit spooky.
Wow, luar biasa, betul indah nih tempat guys. Tengok bawah betul-betul macam bukan di, kalau saya tengok.
Alright guys, we made it to the other side of the crater here. Where we walked up is just across the lake on that side. And now we want to talk a little bit about the science of this place, the lake, the sulfur, and everything that's going on here.
Now the lake here at Ijen has this crazy blue color, and that's actually because it's filled with sulfuric acid. It is recognized as the largest and most acidic crater lake in the entire world. It has an area of over 400,000 square meters and a depth of 200 meters.
Now, the reason the lake is filled with sulfuric acid is because there's actually a natural active vent that sources sulfur here at Ijen, and that's what you can see out in the distance there. And there's actually a pretty cool natural phenomenon that happens there at the vent behind me. What happens is the sulfur is actually rich and red in color, but when it reaches the atmosphere, it changes to yellow. But the really cool part is at night, it combusts up to temperatures up to 600 degrees Celsius, which is over 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, and it produces this blue flame. And Ijen is actually probably the most famous place in the world, known for the blue fire. There's only one other spot in the entire world that exists.
Now the locals call this phenomenon api biru, which directly translates into blue fire. And if you're lucky enough, you can come see it yourself. We weren't able to see it today because it's currently rainy season. It actually rained yesterday, which mitigates the blue fire effect down at the crater and makes for unstable conditions.
Jadi kalau hari hujan tuh kan api biru tuh tidak kenampakan dia bilang.
On the lake edge there.
Nah, ini sulfur guys.
Years and years. So now we're gonna go over there, try to get a little bit of interaction with the miners, and tell you a little bit about what their life is like. But before we do that, this place has a pretty crazy echo, so Shane's gonna get one for you. We're gonna try to see if our mic can pick it up.
Lost boys!
Uy,
I hope you guys can hear that.
It literally, it pings like from here, 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 and you can hear it come all the way back around. It's
ada echo.
Did you walk out to this ledge?
Yes. You want to see me do a handstand?
No.
Come on.
Don't do it.
Dia mau jatuh.
Okay guys, so we're back on the other side of the crater where some of the miners are. There's Shane, there's another miner here. There's also a few miners there behind me. And we want to talk a little bit about their lifestyle, what their job entails, and how tough it is. So like we mentioned earlier, when the sulfur comes out of the natural ventilation there and hardens along the side of the lake, it turns yellow and it turns into these really big blocks here. And what the miners have to do is they have to chop it up and break it into small pieces and then load it up and carry it out. So once they chop up the bricks of sulfur into smaller ones, they load them up in these baskets as you can see here. Then they lift them up and put them on their shoulder. After they load up the baskets, they've got to carry them 300 meters and about a 20-minute walk up and out of the crater to the top of the rim here. And then once they finish at the top of the rim, they put them in these bags and on these carts, and they have to roll them 3 kilometers.
3 kilometer guys.
So how much do these baskets weigh that they're carrying on their shoulders? Well, the minimum load that they're carrying is usually 60 kilograms.
60 kilo.
Some of them are actually pushing up to 90 to 95 kilograms, which is insane. So let us illustrate to you how heavy that is and how strong you have to be to do that. He's up.
Oh my god. That's ridiculous. Sorry. Bantu lagi. Okay. Oh my goodness.
He's hurt. So the next question I'm sure you have is how much money do these guys make? And it actually depends on how many kilograms of sulfur they're delivering to the drop-off point. So on average, usually the miners here make 2 trips per day, and they usually make around $13 per day. That doesn't seem a lot for what they're doing, but it's actually up to 2 or 3 times the average income in this part of Java in Indonesia.
Berapa hari ini semua?
Hari ini saya 4 ini dah.
4?
Iya.
Wow.
Wow. Demi keluarga.
Kuat.
Yeah.
Untuk keluarga.
Untuk keluarga, ya.
Makanya sekolah.
Ya,
sambil mondok.
Oh.
Makanya bapaknya harus rajin kerjanya.
Wah, kesian juga saya dengar,
Ya,
guys.
kan bisa melihat ke bawah tuh bisa. Kelihatan dah. Ayo.
All right, he convinced us to come down there. We don't have masks with us. We don't want to breathe in too much sulfur. But one of the workers is going to bring us down to a good overlook to get some good views.
Saya lahirnya 78 saya.
70.
Makanya 40 lebih ya.
Ya.
So it's about a 20-minute walk from the top of the crater rim down this pretty steep
Macam
trail
curam,
here
guys.
that leads you down to the lake where the
Ini
mine
betul-betul
actually
luar
occurs.
biasa. Oh, ini sudut yang lain lagi dari Indonesia yang saya nonton, guys. Pertama kali ini nonton yang begini nih.
Asli
Gila.
Banyuwangi?
Iya,
Iya.
Banyuwangi.
Wih.
Iya.
Yonim yo?
Apa?
Yonim?
Oh, Lab.
Oh no.
Kamu?
Yes.
Apa namamu?
Suhairi.
Suhairi. Oke.
Semangga ya.
Yeah, yeah.
Macam
Now there's
berat
two
betul.
important parts about this whole process that we really want to stress to you guys. First is that this is an insanely tough job.
Ya, betul.
It honestly might be one of the toughest jobs in the
Kerja yang
world.
paling susah di
One of the
dunia ini
bad
saya
parts
pernah
about it is
nampak,
that
guys.
these guys are down there inhaling sulfur and don't necessarily have the right protective equipment, and that could sometimes have an effect on their lifespan. So it's pretty sad that they have to endure that. But the most important thing that we want to stress to you guys about this whole thing is that these guys are actually happy, and there's a spirit that exists amongst them where they're proud for the work that they're doing. They're proud to be who they are. And when people
Salut
come
sama orang
visit
Indonesia,
Ijen and take
guys.
photos, you know, they feel like celebrities and they feel like stars, and they're happy to show off what they do.
Ya.
Everyone that we've talked to today has greeted us with smiles and just has such this passion and desire to share with us the work that they
Mereka
do here.
semua
After
begitu
spending a lot of time
welcoming,
here,
guys.
basically all day, and talking to some of the workers, it is so important to not only admire these men for their difficult careers, but to
Betul.
respect them as men.
Betul.
They have one of the most difficult jobs in the world, and the conditions prove to be brutal.
Betul.
Still, they do not seek nor desire anyone's sympathy.
Betul,
They're
guys.
extremely happy and proud men that love their work,
Luar
to provide for
biasa.
themselves and their families, enduring a daily task that most of us couldn't even imagine.
Oke guys, jadi demikian video yang baru kita nonton, guys. Jadi itulah orang-orang hebat, lelaki-lelaki hebat, pria-pria yang luar biasa, pria Indonesia yang bekerja, guys, mencari sesuap rezeki untuk keluarga, kan. Tidak mengira kerja, tidak mengira penat, lelah, dan risiko bahayanya. Jadi saya rasa kita semua tahu bila terlalu banyak menghirup ataupun terdedah kepada sulfur itu tidak bagus untuk paru-paru, tapi mereka bekerja begitu kuat. Dan yang saya kagum, guys, mereka tidak meminta simpati, guys, malahan mereka begitu bangga dengan pekerjaan mereka. Ini satu sudut yang luar biasa yang pertama kali saya lihat, guys, dan bagi saya ini sebuah video yang bagus, guys. Jadi baru saya tahu Kawah Ijen itu sebuah kawah yang terbesar di dunia yang memproduksikan sulfur dan juga dikenali dengan api biru, dan dunia juga tahu bahwa di sana adalah satu-satunya tempat yang menghasilkan sulfur yang banyak, guys. Jadi dengan kedalaman air yang 200 meter gitu, dan pemandangan yang begitu indah, luar biasa sekali, guys. Jadi gimana pendapat kalian? Saya begitu respect, begitu kagum, begitu hormati orang-orang yang mencari rezeki dengan macam begini nih, dan dengan pekerjaan mereka dan tidak meminta simpati, malahan bangga, guys. Jadi saya begitu kagum, guys. Saya kagum, benar-benar kagum. Dan saya rasa sampai di sini saja video saya pada kali ini. Gimana pendapat kalian tentang video ini? Kalau kalian ada sebarang pendapat, silakan, guys, komen di ruangan komen di bawah. Kalau kalian suka dengan video ini, silakan like dan subscribe, komen juga kalau kalian sudi. Kalau kalian tidak suka dengan video ini, silakan komen apa yang kalian tidak suka daripada video ini. Oke, good people, sampai di sini saja video saya pada kali ini. Salam santun, salam damai, salam silaturahmi. Kita akan berjumpa lagi di video yang akan datang, good people. Assalamualaikum, salam Nusantara.